Welcome to Running Shoes Guru. My name is Kristen, and I'm glad you're here with me today to take a look at the Glycerin GTS 20. First, you may be wondering if this is the right shoe for you. Choose this shoe if you are an average to heavyweight runner who likes a soft but not overly plush and stable ride. We'll talk about why it's not overly plush as we go through the characteristics of the shoe. Be sure to check out the full review at Running Shoes Guru to get all of the details, but I'm going to hit some highlights for you. First, looking at the shoe's upper, I've got the standard double layer engineered mesh here. It has a solid heel counter and a moderately plush ankle opening. Not quite as plush as the old Transcends used to be. And some standard lacing with a pretty standard moderately plush tongue. The first thing I noticed when looking at it is that it has kind of a light bright type look. But it looked better on my foot than I expected, and I've even been wearing it for some casual wear lately. The other option in this shoe is a very attractive cream black white stealth fit model, which is conformed to your foot and is a nice flexible upper option that you can choose with either the GTS model of the Glycerin or the regular Glycerin. Moving to the sole, this is where this shoe gets a lot of attention because it comes with Brooks' new DNA Loft V3 midsole. This is their standard EVA infused with nitrogen. You can see the aesthetic of the little dots on the midsole to kind of give that impression and remind us that nitrogen is in there. I feel it when I push on it. When I push on this midsole, it feels very soft, but it springs back right away, almost like a compressed pillow that is so bound so tight that it will not stay compressed. It really speaks to reliability and responsiveness of this midsole. Looking at the outsole, there's a thin layer of carbon rubber. It is thinner than in past Transcend models, and it does seem to be the aspect of the shoe that's going to wear out the quickest. A change in this shoe is that this year the deep flex grooves run vertically rather than horizontally. This makes for a less flexible shoe, but I'm okay with that because I think it helps to aid a quick turnover. That's the first thing I noticed when taking the shoe out of the box is that it moves quickly. It has a quick transition onto the toes. I like that. That's what I think helps the shoe feel lighter than others in its weight class. The Glycerin GTS weighs in at 10.5 ounces for a men's size 9 and 9.4 ounces for a women's size 7. It's a heavier shoe, but again, it doesn't feel as heavy on foot because of that transition. I've found this shoe to work well even for tempo runs and speed work. It's not going to be your preferred speed work option unless you find regular speed shoes a little too flimsy. If you like to stick with these more heavy-duty shoes and you want a speed shoe, I would actually look to the Glycerin GTS for that. That quick transition is my favorite aspect of the shoe. My least favorite aspect would be that the upper was kind of stiff at first. It took me about 20-25 miles to break it in. In the past, I have had to go up a half size in Brooks just to accommodate my forefoot because I have a more narrow heel and it widens a bit in the forefoot, which I found when I was researching for the Lululemon Blissfeel that's actually more common for a woman's foot. Well, I found that this new design allows me to go down a half size, and so even though I did have to break it in, it did not pinch like past models did if I ended up going a half size down. Overall, I found the shoe to feel soft upon landing and then transition quickly into a more firm toe off. After I was able to get through that break-in period, I have enjoyed running in this shoe. This shoe is on the expensive side, coming in at $160 US. But for perspective, that is the same price as the Transcend 4 in early 2017, and has maintained that price until last year as they introduced the Glycerin GTS 19. They dropped the price by $10. But now we're back up to that 160 US dollars. So considering all of the new innovations and technology going into this shoe, it's reasonable on that accord. For those who are environmentally conscious, this shoe comes in at 32.4% recycled materials in this classic upper, which equates to 4.66 recycled bottles from the landfill. When it comes to breathability, this shoe is about average. I did not get too hot on hot days, and it wasn't too airy on a couple runs that I've done already this year near freezing. Choose this shoe if you want the resilient, soft midsole and don't mind breaking in a classic upper, or skip that step and try out their stealth fit. If you've run in the shoe, let me know what you think of it in the comments. Otherwise, be sure to hit like and subscribe so you can get more of these reviews from runners just like you.